Hi, and welcome to the Youth Disability Advocacy Service YouTube channel. YDAS is a statewide advocacy organisation that aims to advocate for young people with disabilities between the ages of 12 and 25. YDAS has been strongly advocating for young people to have more control over their supports. These days, there are more options around how people use their supports with individualised funding for disability services. Last month, the Auditor General's Office released a report about how individualised funding is working in Victoria. Overall, it showed that there were many benefits for people when they are able to have control over their support and can hire who they choose. One such service is Carer Solutions Australia, and we invited them to chat to us about how they can assist young people with disabilities to do away with their traditional agencies and hire the people they choose. Let's take a look at what they had to say. Hi Jane, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. So what does Carer Solutions Australia actually do?
We're a service that enables families and individuals with a disability to employ the support workers of their choice without having to worry about the normal administrative burden and tasks that are associated with employing somebody yourself. So in saying that, we take care of the wages, the superannuation, the work cover, the PAYG tax, and all the associated insurances and things that come along with employing someone. We take care of those on their behalf.
Okay. So who does your service aim to assist?
It aims to assist people with an ISP package. So if people out there have an individual support package, and obviously what comes with that is funding, we can assist them in terms of being able to employ their own support workers. Individuals, it's aimed at individuals obviously, but there's also the families who manage the packages on behalf of the individuals who we deal with as well. So people need to have an ISP or have some kind of funding to be able to have access to our service, and they also need to have the carers in mind in terms of who they'd like to use as well.
Okay. So what are the benefits for an individual and their family of using a service like yours?
Families and individuals don't traditionally, with the traditional agencies, don't normally have that control and the management of the support workers that they have working for them. So our service gives that control and that management of pretty much the entire process, bar the administration, back to the individuals and the families. So they're able to do things like hire, as I said previously, the person that they like for the role, and they can also set the rates of pay. We give them a guide, obviously, within the award rates, and they're free to negotiate within that rate. They set the hours. They're free to hire and also let go of the individual if they need to, and also set the rostering and things like that. So it just empowers people to give them that control that they'd like. There's also a bit of flexibility in terms of the arrangements, and a goal of ours is also when we have people come on board with our service is to allow them to maximise their funding as much as possible so they can actually get the most out of it.
Okay, great. So is your service popular with young people?
Yeah, definitely. It actually is, and it's becoming increasingly popular with young people because there's obviously a lot of people who are looking to move out of home and just want some assistance in terms of being in control of their support workers, in control of all their care arrangements. So a service such as ours is really suitable to them when they're looking at their options, and especially being able to choose who they want in terms of a carer. So that's what makes it even more popular with young people, and particularly people at that age in their latter teens that are looking to move out and take control of their care arrangements.
Okay. And what kind of cost is your service to the individual and their family?
Yep. There's no set cost as such for each family or individual. It really depends. It's very much a case-by-case scenario, but to give you a ballpark figure, we probably charge around about 30%, but out of that 30% comes the costs for all the associated insurances. You've got around 12%, then you've got 4.5% for superannuation. So once those other costs are taken out of that, that whatever's left over is what our organisation makes out of it. So it's really not that much at all, to be honest. It's just more of a service, and that was born out of identifying a need for people to want to be in control of their own care arrangements and want to employ their own support workers.
Okay. So if people want to find out more about your organisation, how do they do that?
Certainly, they can go to our website, which is www.carersolutions.com.au. We've also got a Facebook site, a Facebook page, and also a Twitter page, so they can follow us on Twitter if they like, or they can give us a call on our office number, which is 03 9718 2082.
Okay, great. Thanks for joining us today.
No problem. Thanks very much.
Thanks.